Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and show you how to connect to your smartphone, have it map your house, and maybe the first cleaning on this brand new Roomba 205 dust compactor. Now I got this off the Roomba website. It's retailing for $470. It just comes with a dock. It's thin, it's got a spinning LiDAR. We're going to talk all about it. Again, I don't know a whole lot about it because the description, they just don't say a whole lot. But I did buy it with my own money. It wasn't paid for this video. Again, so if you just bought this, how to connect it to your phone, how to map your house, and I'll go through the settings and kind of what I recommend. And then I'll show it cleaning. That way you can see if it's cleaning properly, if yours is cleaning properly. But then I will be doing a detailed review. I'll show you how to do all the maintenance, and then I'll be comparing it to other robot vacuum cleaners. So let's get started. Okay, here's the robot that comes in the box. We've got a side brush, an extra mop pad, and here's the mopping attachment. We have a power cord, and this is the base station. So let's peel that plastic. There's a sensor that's going to help it back up and charge. We got some cord storage. Let's go plug this in. Now the power cord is 6 feet long, and you can plug it into 100 to 240 volts, 50 or 60 hertz. It uses 0.5 amps. And so on the dock, you're going to plug it in right here. And then you can wrap the cord up around. All right, we've got a sensor on the front, and it's got a piece of plastic on it. Let's take it off. We've got these side bumpers, pads. Ooh, there's a side sensor too. And then let's take this top piece of plastic off. All right, let's take a look. There is a sensor, but it does have spinning LiDAR. It's just underneath this little shelf, and it's open to where it can that laser or that can come out to the side. There's another sensor. We have two physical buttons on the top, a home button and a power button. Dustbin, here's some vents, and it does have that bumper technology. But let's measure it. Let's just see how tall it is. Almost 13 3/4, almost 14 inches wide. All right, let's see the height. So I like that it has LiDAR, but it's not on top, so it should be a little bit smaller, and it's right at 4 inches tall. All right, let's flip the robot on top. This is the brush roller. So it's just a plastic brush roller, comes already installed. You will have to replace that and clean that once in a while. Drive wheels. This wheel spins free. There's where it's going to charge. Now we do have a carpet sensor. These glass windows here are fall-off sensors, so it doesn't fall down your stairs. You will have to clean those once in a while. Here is the side brush. It's a square, so you should just snap that on. Now here, this is the mopping attachment. It comes already installed, the mop pad. You're going to have to put water in here. They don't say much about solution, whether you can put a little bit of solution in there or not. And then you're going to have to clean this yourself, so you're going to have to take it off. So I like that it does slide on very easy. Let's try to put it back on. It at least slid off very well. Let's see how, because you will be changing this out quite a bit. I like that they give you two. You can put this in the laundry to clean it. And it looks like the water is going to come out here. There might be a pump in there. Let's see. There is an electrical connection. So I imagine there is a little water pump in there that's going to put water down to keep the mop pad wet. Just to install the mop pad, you don't have to turn it upside down, but this is just for demonstration. When you want to remove it, there's two tabs. Press those tabs and it comes off. And you can do this with it right side up. See, if the robot's like this, all you can do is leave the robot like this and just slide this there. I say that and then it's having a hard time. There, it's clicked onto place. Now it cannot lift. Now it cannot lift that mop pad, but it does have a carpet sensor, and it's going to know if the mopping pad's installed, it's going to stay away from carpet. It's going to map your house, and then it knows when the carpet sensor's off, or when the mop pad is off, then it will vacuum your carpet. And again, here's the extra mop pad ready to go. Now they're calling this the compactor. So up here, this is the dust bin. Press this release button, and this is a big dust bin. We can see there's a motor here that's going to turn a paddle on the inside. There's where everything's going to get sucked up. I think the suction must be right here. There must be a motor in here. It's going to draw suction. So there's what that looks like. Now you're going to have to empty this dustbin once in a while, but it is really big. Take it to the trash can and pull this down. There's the compactor. That's going to go back and forth. So dirt and debris is going to come in through this chamber. It's going to sit right here, and this thing's going to go back and forth. I don't know exactly when it's going to do this, but it's going to move the dirt and debris to the left and right to compact it. This is a big filter. I'm not sure if it looked like paper. I'm not sure if it's reusable or not, but that's a big filter. That will have to be cleaned once in a while. Hopefully it's reusable and we can just wash it. That's about it. This is just a really big dustbin. I'm not sure if that comes off. I don't think that does. You can see there's where that gear is going to drive it. Here's where everything comes in. And that's just a latch. So here's that motor. You can see there's an electrical cord going to it. And to reinstall it, just push it on. They kind of give a description of what that compactor does. Cleans for months. Okay, I'm over here. I'm not going to put the mop pad on because we're going to have it map our house. It doesn't say to do that, but here's the charging points. So I need to take the robot and I'm going to slide it on. I want to line those charging points up. I've got the dock plugged in. Now, those lights did come on. That's how you know you got it right. There's two apps. They're calling one the Classic. That's for the older Roombas. This is brand new. And it looks completely different. So let that robot, it's going to play a tune and say a couple things to us before we hit add a robot. Now, I didn't have to log in. I'm not sure how, but it already has me logged in. But I did have the old app installed. So you may have to log in. I would think you would. And this tablet's going to be on the Wi-Fi that I'm going to connect this to. And the video right before this was the Roomba 405, and I just returned it. I'm not going to do their customer support. I'm just going to return it. I don't have time to. It's a defective. It's not even a week old. So that's the 405. It's the mopping with the spinning mop pads. I just sent it back. I just said return it. It's defective, and I might get another one. We'll see. Let me know what you think. You know, I'm not sure if those lights came on. Normally when you dock them, it comes on. But this one's been a little tricky. And it should have played a tune by now. All right, let's add a robot. See, it's searching. So I haven't heard anything on this.
Powering on.
I had trouble powering this on. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. Normally, you just plug this in, and then you just rotate this forward to where those charging contacts are. But I had to do this. I had to take the robot, and I had to manually put the charging contactors on.
Charging.
I don't know. This hopefully not two bad robots in a row, but so it should. So I've got it. You just should push it on.
Charging.
Okay, so it's charging. I'm not sure. I held the power button for a while. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's add a robot. Searching for robots. Hopefully it'll find it. They call it the Roomba combo. There it is, the 205. Now, in the earlier video, there's the old Roomba 10 Max. You can add it to this app. I don't think you can control it from this app, but I got more to learn there. But anyway, let's just 205. That's for the old stuff. Connect your robot to Wi-Fi. Yes, continue. So if that's your Wi-Fi, enter your Wi-Fi password. There was a spot where you could go and search for a different Wi-Fi. All right. Tap to settle. Things are moving. think I'm supposed to hit a button, but we'll see. Okay, couldn't connect. Let's try this. Cancel setup yet. Add a robot. I had to cancel it. It just, something wasn't right. I want the 205. Add robot. If that's not your Wi-Fi, you can change the Wi-Fi, but yeah, that's my Wi-Fi. Type your Wi-Fi password. All right. Yeah, see, this is what, press the robot's power button. This is what I was supposed to do. See, now it's working. Earlier, it didn't do that. And I knew this from setting up the 405. This app is really different. It's okay. I'm glad to see it's a complete redesign. I love the LiDAR navigation. You're going to love the mapping. You're looking for 3 check marks, and this can take a little bit. And the update took about 20 minutes on the 405. So you're going to have to give yourself some time. The robot's connected. Give it a name. You know, you could give it a really cool name like the Mr. Compactor or something. All right, welcome. Next. Yeah, of course it needs an important update. Start update. Update in progress. Again, this took 13 minutes last time. Once it's complete, ooh, yeah, then it's going to be ready to map your house. So, unfortunately, you do have to kind of wait. Okay, with the LiDAR, it's creating a map in real time, and it shows you exactly where it's going. So that's pretty cool. Okay, it's all done creating a map. Let's review the map. That didn't take very long at all. Okay, we need to edit the map. Edit rooms. You have to pick which room you want to edit. I only have one room. Oops. Let's split this room, okay? Now that's a big black line that you can make smaller or bigger by, and then you got to drag each side accordingly. And then let's split the room. Huh, doesn't show where the dock is on this. I wish it showed where the dock was. Okay, so once you split it, then it shows where the dock is. But clean zones are, these are areas where you want it to clean more intensely. You could say, put this around the dog bed or something and say dog bed. We can add one over here. And if you got to swipe up a little bit to give it a name, you can put dog bed. That way you can just tell it to go clean a certain zone or have it do something on a schedule. These things are all about automations. So, all right. Exit that. We can add keep out. Okay, add no-go zones. We got a no mop zone. This is going to be important to put where there's carpet. Now you can't put it around the base. So you probably want the base, I have it on carpet right now. You probably want it on the linoleum or hardwood floor. There. That's a no mop zone. Oh, that's a keep out zone, I'm sorry. All right, let's add a no mop zone. It's purple. So you can't put that around the base either. So these will be important when you, I don't know if it's going to figure out where the rugs are and everything. Gives it added confidence around detecting carpet, even though it's still going to detect carpet. So we'll want to play around with that later. All right, let's go back. There is save map. So this is your home page. You can edit the map, clean histories down here at the bottom. Start your first cleaning. And again, you got to go up here to robots. It's a little different how things are. I'll get used to this eventually. Click on the 10 max, or I'm sorry, the 205. The 3 little dots, this is your, like I showed you earlier, this is where all your settings are. There's really no settings. Yeah. There's not like any dock settings or anything. This is a really good owner's guide, but they don't send one with you in the box. So you got to get the app. There's where it is. Getting started, connect. You're not going to see any robot health until it cleans for a while. This is where it's going to tell you when the brushes need cleaned and everything. So go back to my home. So let's start cleaning. Yeah. Start cleaning. Start now. I did this. Mopping not available. Vacuum only. I'm still learning how to... Oh, there. You got to swipe up a little bit. And this is where you... this is not intuitive at all. I'm sure once I learn it, it will be. So this is where you set the different... and it's not showing it like it should. It's not showing everything. So they got some bugs to work out on the app. Like there's vacuum, there's mop, there's vacuum and mop. But I just can't see it all. Save changes. Rooms, all. Could do a room. And there's your furniture and zones. So yeah, there's just a lot to figure. This is very, very different. Okay, I told it to start cleaning again. You'll probably want to put that on hardwood floor since you can install a mopping attachment pad. I'm anxious to see if that LiDAR is spinning. I'll try to get it. I'll try to show you. Yes, it is spinning. I don't think it likes me sitting here, but this is too fun. Okay, we're gonna have it check obstacle avoidance. We're gonna do corner cleaning. All right, sorry about that. This thing was a little fast. Okay, good. It's going all the way underneath that furniture. That's good. Again, it shows us right on the map where it is. I wish it would sense that. What's that sensor on the front for? It looked like a pretty nice sensor on the front, but it didn't detect anything. It's vacuuming okay. Coffee is pretty hard to vacuum up. And I don't see where I can change the suction power mid-course. Yeah. Oops. Not bad, not bad. So I paused it and I'm starting. I wish I could increase the suction power, but I guess whatever you have it set at, that's what it's not able to change it midstream. So there it sensed it. It almost had to be straight on. That's kind of what I was thinking. That toy was off to the side at first. Oh, come on. You knew it was there. But maybe once, I don't know, maybe I confused it. I got to do all kinds of testing with the obstacle points. The obstacles should be able to change though. I don't know when that compactor is going to go off. Maybe it's there's very little information they give you on these things. Probably need to go through and just read that manual. It should be in the advertising more. They're just so non-descriptive with things.
Cleaning complete. Returning home to charge.
Okay, it's all done. We'll see if it does the compacting. That's the brand new Eufy C10. It's a lot thinner and a lot cheaper. It's about half the price. And it extends its side brush. So you can just see Roombas. This is an improvement.
Charging.
Okay, so I'm glad to see that it was able to dock itself and charge. So there was nothing wrong with the docking. I originally thought that. Again, I don't know when the compacting is going to take place. They just don't tell me. Is it once a month? Is it once a week? You know, I don't know. So my very next video, I just bought this one, the Roomba 105 with auto dock. So I'm getting set up for that. Okay, we can look at. So I need to play some more around with it. We got all these. I just don't know enough about this app. This is a brand new app. It's got some little quirks to it, but overall I'm very happy with it. Just because it's a new, refreshed LiDAR navigation. It's not too quirky. This is like your home. This is where all the robots are. You can add a new space. Oh, that's probably mapping. See, it's just a little different. There's all the other robots. My home. Robots. See, let's just play around. It said the Roomba J9 model can only be controlled from the Classic app. Oh, it takes me to the Classic app. That was charging contacts need to be. I resurrected these Roombas and I just regret it. I spent an hour and a half down there resurrecting 3 Roombas and just way too much trouble. So it just takes you to the old app. This is okay, which is nice. So you got to have both apps installed. Okay. Yeah, there's the tin. I resurrected the tin. It's cleaning. Pad drying. Oh, no, it's done. So it's not going to get a Just a Dad sticker seal of approval yet. This has been a real struggle for me to give Roomba another chance. But I'm going to give them another chance. This looks like some improvements, but the pricing's pretty high right now compared to Eufy and Dream, some other robots. So I think they're just way far behind. So we're going to see. Again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. I use links. If you click on the link, the product won't cost you anymore, but I get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can give you these honest reviews. I'm not paid by Roomba. I spent my own money on that. What did I say, $450? 400? No, absolutely not. Would I spend $469 on that? No. I could get a Dream L10S for $300 when it was on sale. I could get a Mova P10 Pro for $500. It's all about price point. I mean, that should be the number one factor with Roomba reviews. It's all about price point. Not Roomba reviews, with robot vacuum cleaner reviews. Price point sets everything. Everything. Not everything. They do pride themselves on good customer support, and we don't know a whole lot about Mova and Dream yet, but we'll look out for that. Anyway, check out my podcast if you want to hear me talk more about robot vacuum cleaners. It's doing it once a week. We dive deep in. I explain lots of things that are going on with robot vacuum cleaners. So again, I do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.